What is going on, everybody? Juggalo Gaming. I'm Jonathan 80315, and welcome back to. Oh, I burped there a little bit. And welcome back to GemCraft Frostborn Wrath, episode 9. In the previous two episodes, we were kind of going through and getting more XP by doing endurance, and also beating T4. Alright, and I feel happy with what we've done so far. But honestly, I'm looking at our current talismans. Interesting, right? So you're actually a bottom piece, but you are a side piece for that one. You can stay up there. You're trash, but I don't need you. Okay, interesting. Looking at our talisman fragments here. If we had this one unlocked and one more, we could get 3 in a row for our lightning marks. We just get one more square line mark, which we are working on, which is the point of doing T5. But we want to get at a higher level. And then we also got these ones up here. Right? Let me see here. How many shadow cores could we possibly get right now? So W2 had shadow cores. We already got that one. S3 had shadow cores. We have not gotten that one. We could go back into S3 endurance and pick up 380 shadow cores. R1 has shadow cores. It has 400 shadow cores. We have not picked them up. Q2 has shadow cores. We did get them. The next one's not the U4 after that. Ooh. Okay. So we have a couple shadow cores we can go get, and that would give us another 900 shadow cores. Give or take. I say we go for T5. We try to beat it, and then we go in and we get our talisman that we need to put here. Hopefully it's this and not a side piece. That's a random. There's no way to tell what that's gonna be. So, and the fact this is only level 20, so we can only get it up to a level 30 with the enhancement. Is it worth spending 100 shadow cores on now? Possibly. This is where a lot of decision comes into play with what you're given by luck from random drops, and kind of using that to look at my guide I made over on Steam. You can find it with all the drops. And looking at that and like, okay, if Q4 gets us a little 25 lightning mark, we're early on, we got 2 lightning marks as random drops, then it is good for you to go back to Q4, put 100 shadow cores in to increase the drop from a 25 to 35, and then you have a 35 lightning mark talisman to increase. That's the whole point of using the guide to help you. So, because the higher the rarity, the more benefits you get. Yes, when they go to calculate this, it depends on how many you have across, how many you have vertical that are different. Across is the same, vertical is different. But it also matters of the rarity. If I have a grade 3, a grade 12, and another grade 3 sitting over here, and I get a grade 30 and throw that in, that's going to be a huge jump in the benefit that would give me. So, like, if I take this out right here, and if I was able to put this one in, this is a grade 21, this is a grade 12. It would take this one's rarity as the average over this one. Which I actually had to explain in a comment for the last video that Let's Try GG sent out. Because he got rid of the wrong piece, in my opinion. I mean, he couldn't move the higher level to where his was. But he had pretty much this whole vertical row filled, and this top piece was the same as his middle piece. However, his middle piece was so low level, and his top piece was a very high level. And he put another lime green one in, which is a low rarity one. So he went from having a bonus of 4 with, you know, because it only counted 4 of them, or, yeah, it only counted 4 of them, because two are the same, but he had a higher grade, which put him in like 100, and I put the actual numbers down. I think it's 196 is what he had. And then he puts in a different one, which gives him the full 5 bonus, but it was so low level that the averages only gave him up to 161 bonus. Which is kind of a shame, because you lose out so much on that. I mean, he's not sending waves early, so it really doesn't matter too much, but I did want to bring that to his attention. And that might just date this video from when he received that comment, and go, okay, so that's how far ahead he is. So, without further ado, we are going to try to get our level 30 square line mark in this episode. So let's head over to T5. Now, we had trouble with T4 yesterday. Wow. Last episode. Hopefully we don't run into too much trouble with this one. I gotta be careful not to open this. That is one of the biggest things. So I'm actually gonna put a gem here and here and clear over here as well. This is just to kind of get rid of as many as I can early on without hitting that range. And we don't really have anything as far as crit goes. I think a poison slow gem. Oh, you know what? A poison armor gem would be good for up front here. We'll make that a grade 3. Now, our big gem in the back. So we're trying to shred armor. I want him to hit the highest armor possible. With this one, it's kind of slowed down, but stacked a little bit more poison. And we're actually going to be using a poison trap here. I know I didn't put nothing in there, but that's going to give us a little bit more damage. And I never blocked this off. It's my fault. I do apologize. Okay. Main gem. And I do want to amplify this main gem. Going straight poison? I think I went straight poison. Gonna get our first amp. And hopefully we'll be good here. Trying to get rid of as many as I can right off from the very beginning here. By poison and shredding their armor a little bit. Of course, armor really doesn't matter when you have poison gem. It's gonna bypass the armor anyway. So, there's that. Alright, let's go ahead and get our next amplifier. And I think that's going to be good, just a double amp on this. Alright. It's time to get some more poison stacked up here. Got 2 grade 3 poison trap. Very nice, very nice. Okay. This has a lot of swarmlings in there. Come on, kill them! I'm leaking way too much. Of course, every time they go around, they're getting more and more poison stacked on them. So I think this will probably be their final run through. Alright, there we go. We beat it. We got 6,000. Now we gotta do that again. I mean, we have an extra level, and I'm not sure which one we just got. We got that one. Okay. So our shape collection's looking pretty decent now. We're getting there. Honestly, I'm never going to use this or this at this point. We're really focusing on our marked talismans here. I'm gonna put that over there. Put that down here. Like that. Okay. Just debating here. Do I want to put 5 in the traps? No, I don't think I do. I don't think I want to. We did good without it. I mean, it's a little hairy, but it wasn't too bad. But we're going to do T5. This time we're going to add some Shadow Quartz. And we're going to do the next 3. Just in case. We don't want to kill a monster or an apparition and get a Talisman Fragment drop and not be boosted 10 before we can open up this stash. Honestly, 2 should be fine, but I'm gonna play it safe and do 3. If you don't have Shadow Quartz, just remember what I said. You can go back using my guide and figure out which wizard stashes have more Shadow Quartz. Alright, let's start the battle. So our main thing is to open this up this time around. I'm not going to forget to close that up. Alright. And we'll do poison slow and armor slow. And then a poison here. Also want to go ahead here and do a grade 2 poison, but they're all going to hit right there. There we go, we got our Talisman Fragment, nice and easy. Now we just gotta win. Doing pretty good though. Can't argue with that, right? Let's do kind of slow armor. Carrying right here. Just at least hit points. I want him to hit random now. Alright. And just getting some more poison on them as they exit the map. Should be good. And that's how we got that. Now, because I added the plus 10, this is now a grade 30. And we also got a plus 10 on that one, so that would have been a 19. So we only used two of our 200 shadow cores. Yeah. That's not a bad piece though. Not a bad piece. But that grade 30 is gonna come in handy So let's go to the map here. Alright, first off, now we have this. This is now giving us 22% initial mana. As far as its stats go, they're not the greatest, so I'm not too worried about that. You also got this piece here, which ain't too useful to us. Interesting. So, what I want to do, I think I'm going to go ahead and open up the... I wish I had enough for this one. I don't. But these are pretty cheap here. So I'm going to get both of these two. We're going to kind of focus on trying to get these. Obviously, I can't put that in yet, but I'm about to be able to. I know, it doesn't really give too much, and don't even give a +3 or for sending waves early yet. But at least we got this going for us. Okay. And that's going to really help us out. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to go back in T5 here. I'm going to hold Control, right? Yeah, Control, and then click on it to take back the Shadow Cores. So if you spend the Shadow Cores, you can hit Control and take them right back. Which gave me 100 back. Alright. No, we're not actually going to do that map. I just wanted to get my Shadow Cores back. Okay, we're moving on to U1. Which is a very fun map. And U1 has a Talisman Fragment with no marks. Well, we can go ahead and grab it up and add it to our collection if we don't have it. It doesn't matter, there's no marks on it, and we get to enter in the wilderness for this level as well. So what I'm going to do here is make a maze. I know. There's easier ways of doing this, but I wanted to force them all to come in this way and then come down around this way into here. So I could do that if I want to. A bunch of other stuff. I can extend this out if I want to. But the most part is my main gem is going to be right here. Why not? We'll go ahead and add amplifier right off the rip. A grade 2, and we'll duplicate that, put that in there, and that should be fine. I don't see us having too many issues with a amplified grade 2. Upgrade it right away, put bolt on it. We're gonna get through that pretty quickly. One's gonna get through. Oh, you're gonna get through too? Maybe? Nope. Poison. Alright, now we got a grade 4. Okay, it's going out pretty well. Episode 9. We are getting there. Oh, you're dead. I want a random hit on every monster here, and we're also going to go ahead and do a grade 3 whenever I can. There we go. Shouldn't have too many issues. And that's that level done and dusted. Alright, there we go. And we are very close to getting pylons unlocked. I believe U3 for pylons, right? Yes, U3 has pylons. And this is going to be extremely useful to us. And in fact, we're going to go right to U3 and open that up and get our next skill. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put 2 gems right there. I'm going to put trap here and a gem right here. Oh, I need to put one down here too. Wow, that's actually quite a bit. I want you to be on structure. You to be on structure. You I don't care about that much. You there to take care of the enemies, and now we need you here as a secondary, but also to break that open. And block that path. And block that path. We want these guys from this direction to come down this way around, so they hit the trap. Just for that little bit of extra mana. It's not really going to give us much until we have the mana skill. But it gives us a little bit. A little bit extra is better than nothing. And we do have a shrine here, which hits the dead center pretty nicely. Not worried if a couple get through. So yeah, it's going down pretty quickly. As soon as that's open, we're going to pretty much get a grade 6 here. That's not pretty much. Get a grade 6. We need a little bit more mana. We need to upgrade this and then combine it. I'm gonna kill that with the shrine. Oh no, I didn't kill it with the shrine. I'm gonna hit it again then. There we go, kill an apparition with the shrine strike. That's a waste of a shrine, right? Possibly, but oh well. It doesn't matter. I decided I wanted to go for that achievement, so I went for it, and I might pay for it, but I doubt it. And here's why. We're gonna send the rest through here. And by the time everything gets up here, I should have another Shrine Strike ready. Maybe? Or prove me wrong. Well, that's kind of a waste of a Shrine Strike right now. But it'll work. It gets rid of a lot of them. Now we only have these little bit. And they're not going to get through. Alright, that's 50 battles won, and we got Pylons unlocked. Which is an awesome skill. They're just good to have. Alright, and that's going to do it for this episode. It went a little bit longer, but we now have Pylons available. Looking good. Looking good. That's the shape collection. We also got a brand new lightning mark here that's actually useful to us. You know what? We'll go ahead and throw it in there. Get rid of that. Alright. Our talismans are getting there. They are getting there. Alright, and that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching episode 9. And I hope you all enjoyed this walkthrough. And please, if you want to know where to get what from what wizard stash, you can go over to Steam. And I have a walkthrough on there that shows all the unlocks. A link to the guide will be in the description of this full playlist. Every episode I'll try to make sure I remember to put the link in there. At least up to the first 10 episodes here. After that, it should be pretty well known that you can go back to the first 10 episodes, and in the link there is going to be a description to the spreadsheet. Now, I'm going to go ahead here and exit out of the game, because there's something I'm going to pull up for everybody to see. Oh, let's see here. I don't think it has any important information on this, but here we go. This is the guide I'm talking about. And right here at the very top of the guide, there's an important message. To ignore the message in the top section that reads, I didn't actually put it in there, apparently. Please ignore the message in the top section note. That's all I put. So if you look note here, it says Seeker Sense does not affect shadow, or does affect shadow cores in wizard stashes. That is not true. I thought it was, and I will explain myself here and now. When I originally thought it affected it is right after the update that increased the amount of shadow cores you got from every stash. So I looked at an old guide of what was supposed to be in the stash, and when I got the huge amount compared to what I was supposed to get, I thought, oh, Wizard Sense must affect it. And I put it in there because I was about 90% sure. And then as I was making this list and everything, I was like, okay, I gotta test this because these are a lot more than what they were originally, and maybe that was at the update time. So 90% sure, I put it in there into the note, and I'm not redoing the screenshots of this. So I just made a note at the top here to please ignore that. Everything else is true though. You can add Shadow Cores to increase the Talisman Fragment drop range, which will add 10 to the Talisman Fragment in the Wizard stash. But battle traits do not affect them. So keep that in mind. So this is the list of everything, and like I said, I'll put a link to this in the first 10 videos here. I did want to show it off here in episode 9, and to make sure everybody knows to ignore the Seeker Sense thing, because that does not affect the Shadow Force in Wizard stashes, which means this one actually did give me, I think, like 5,000 something. I thought it was because of Seeker Sense that it increased it so much, because I couldn't turn it off because of being a harder build, and I had a +1 in it, I think. So it wouldn't affect it that much, but I was like, yeah, just in case, I'll drop it a good amount. Now, remember, the Shadow Core that you see here are not exact. Some are probably a little off, because you do get Shadow Cores from killing, the special enemies, such as the Wraiths, Wizard Hunters, Spectras, Apparitions. Any of them can give Shadow Cores. So, with that in mind, there's games I ran that I've killed them, and I went a good bit over the amount of Shadow Cores. I'm like, I might not got all these from there, so I put them down by a little bit. So you approximately get more Shadow Cores than what's listed every time. But this is to give you an idea of how many Shadow Cores are in each one. Especially when you get down to the ending fields here, where you get 1,400, 1,500, 1,600, 2,000. And then these last two, which give you 4,000 Shadow Cores plus. Yeah. And some really high fragments. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and a good weekend coming up, because, well, let me do some math here. First episode will drop on the 2nd, so that would be the first episode, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. I don't know, last episode was the Friday episode. The last episode I recorded was the 11th. If I do Monday through Friday drops, which is kind of what I'm planning on doing. So the 14th is today's episode. I'm recording this back on the 27th of February. And this episode should release the 14th of March. So, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Let's start the week. And I will see you the rest of the week in episodes 10, 11, 12, and 13. And many more to follow in the coming weeks. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful time.